Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Intan Maharani. My student ID number is 210-29017. I'm from Matematika Education A. In this video, I will give you tips and tricks to describing data. This video was made to fulfill one of the assignments for English for Mathematics with lecturer Mr. Fridgo Tasman. Okay, enjoy the video!
Step 1. Analyze the task and data.
Step 1.A. Pay attention to whether the data is static or dynamic data. We can see example for static data and dynamic data. The difference is that static data show one time scales only, while movement data show a number of different time scales. Step 1.B. Pay attention to the data list on the x-axis and y-axis. The x-axis and y-axis usually show a time scale in the form of years, months, weeks, and days, and show the frequency related to the topic of the data present.
Step 2. Observing the data found in Step 1.
Step 2.A. Group the data. In this step, we can search for the same type of data. For example, consider the following data. On the data, we can group France and Japan because the pattern is familiar. The electricity numbers fluctuate throughout the week. We can also group Canada and Russia as they share a similar pattern. Their electricity numbers increase rapidly towards the weekend. Argentina is different from these two groups as it declines towards the weekend. Step 2.B. Identify trends and exceptions. From the data, we can group the data into the number of passengers and ticket price. And we can conclude that the more number of passengers, the ticket price will be more expensive. However, a different situation occurred at 6 p.m., where the number of passengers increased but ticket price became cheaper. Step 2.C. Select the main features using figures. The main topic presented by a data is in the form of significant figures that indicate the same group, trend, or exception to a data.
Step 3. Writing the essay.
Step 3.A. Read the introduction sentence. At this step, we must make a sentence that can briefly explain the topic of the data. Step 3.B. Read an explanation of trends and exception to data. At this step, we can explain its data present on the graph. In addition, we can also compare trends or exception present on the chart. Step 3.C. Read a brief explanation and re-evaluate the result. At this step, we can provide conclusion regarding the data graphs that we have analyzed from the beginning. We can see the data. Based on this data, the conclusion is that ticket price increased with the increase in the number of passengers, as kept at 6 p.m. where ticket price actually go down. The summary or discussion in this time is: Step 1. Analyze the task and data. Step 1.A. Pay attention to whether the data is static or dynamic data. Step 1.B. Pay attention to the data list on the x-axis and y-axis. Step 2. Observing the data found in Step 1. Step 2.A. Group the data. Step 2.B. Identify trends and exception. Step 2.C. Select the main features using figures. Step 3. Reading the essay. Step 3.A. Read the introduction sentence. Step 3.B. Read an explanation of trend and exception to data. Step 3.C. Read a brief explanation and re-evaluate the results. Okay guys, those are the tips and tricks to describing data from me. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.